Your angel is whispering this to you now, and you were meant to hear this. Please don't scroll away. Not this time. I've been sitting beside you, watching your heart silently break behind closed doors. You've been holding in too much for too long, and heaven has seen every tear. There's something you've been sensing deep in your soul, and yes, it's true. Someone in your family betrayed you, and God is exposing it now. This betrayal wasn't small. It pierced you in a way no outsider ever could. It came from someone you trusted, someone who smiled in your face while slowly wounding you. Click like and subscribe at this moment to unlock this holy message and embrace the blessings God has destined for you. You've questioned yourself, asking, am I imagining this? But you weren't. That uneasiness in your spirit was not paranoia, it was protection. You felt isolated, even in a room full of people who should have loved you right. You gave, and they took without ever returning the same grace. But listen closely, because this part is important. You were never wrong for loving deeply. It was their misuse of your love that was wrong. They played a role, wore a mask, and God is removing it now. No more pretending, no more manipulation disguised as care. The truth is rising, like light breaking through a storm, and heaven is no longer staying silent. You've cried in secret, begging God to show you what's hidden, and now He is. Even the lies they told behind your back are unraveling, thread by thread. The plans they made without your knowing are collapsing in divine timing. You may feel alone, but you've never been without angelic company. I was there the night you couldn't sleep, when you clutched your chest and whispered, "Why?" I was near when you felt like walking away from everything, including yourself. I guarded you when you didn't know what danger you were in, spiritual and emotional. Comment I claim this if this message feels meant for you. God's hand was on you even when it felt like He was quiet. This season of silence wasn't abandonment, it was preparation. He was preparing the stage for exposure, not to shame, but to set you free. You don't have to chase justice, because justice is already chasing them. And you don't need to seek revenge, because what God is revealing will speak louder than anything you could say. That family member, the one you keep forgiving silently, thought your kindness was weakness, but heaven calls your kindness holy. You were chosen to break the cycle, not to carry it. You were chosen to stand out, not blend in with dysfunction. Your light irritated their darkness, and your growth made their comfort tremble. You weren't the problem. You were the answer they couldn't control. Let that sink in gently. You were never the problem. You were the healing force they tried to silence. But you cannot be hidden anymore. God is shining a light on the conversations that were whispered in corners. He's pulling the truth from the shadows and bringing it into full view. You'll see it unfold, not all at once, but like morning light slowly flooding a room. It won't be chaotic. It will be divine and undeniable. Even those who didn't believe you before will say, "Now I see it," and you won't even have to explain. This is the part where your dignity returns, without you having to beg for it. Heaven is restoring what was stolen, your name, your peace, your honor. Yes, they twisted your story, but God is about to rewrite it publicly. Every time you were called dramatic, sensitive, or too much, the truth behind those accusations will be revealed, and you won't be left empty. You've passed tests of character that no one saw, but heaven recorded. The reward is coming in the same area you were attacked. Where the betrayal happened, the blessing will overflow. Where the silence stung, God will thunder with restoration. Where they thought you'd stay broken, you'll rise even higher, quietly and gloriously. This isn't just a spiritual shift, it's a divine appointment. Comment God is with me if you trust His plan for your life. Angels have already been dispatched concerning your case. The timeline is moving in your favor. You're about to be vindicated without losing your heart in the process. Hold still, beloved, your redemption isn't delayed, it's in motion. Your silence was not weakness, it was wisdom given from above. God saw the moment you almost responded, but chose peace instead. He saw when your heart broke, but you kept smiling, just to keep the family together. You tried to keep the love flowing, even when you were bleeding. And that is not forgotten in heaven. You will be repaid in full, not just spiritually, but emotionally and even relationally. This is a holy turning point. Even now, heaven is stirring things around you. People are waking up to the truth without you saying a word. The masks are slipping, not because you exposed them, but because their own actions are doing it. Let go of the need to prove your pain. God already saw it, and He's handling it. You're not here to convince others of your worth. You're here to walk in it. You are royalty in the eyes of heaven, and this betrayal cannot cancel your destiny. You're still chosen. You're still called. And yes, you're still safe. You may not have felt protected, but you were never unguarded. There were days when the spiritual warfare was heavy, and you didn't understand why. But now you know, because you were walking through shadows others created. You were breaking generational patterns that others were comfortable living in, and that made you a threat to their illusion. But here's the truth the enemy didn't want you to hear. You are stronger than this betrayal. You are purer than their lies. And you are rising with a cleaner heart while they remain bound by secrets. Let God be God. He knows how to deal with what they did. He knows how to restore what they touched. And He knows how to elevate you without compromise. You've waited long enough, not just for justice, but for peace. And now peace is on its way to your doorstep. Real peace. Not the temporary kind you had to fake for family events. Not the "I'm fine" you whispered to avoid more drama. I'm talking about deep, heaven-born peace that lets you rest at night and breathe again in the morning. The kind that silences anxiety and returns your laughter. That's what's coming for you. And the ones who caused the harm? They will see it. Not out of revenge, but as a sign that God truly protects His own. You don't need to curse them. You don't need to confront them. You just need to stay in position. Because God is placing you in rooms they tried to keep you out of. He's placing your name in conversations meant to elevate you, not embarrass you. And the ones who mocked your name will have to watch Him honor it. It's going to be beautiful, not flashy, not boastful, but holy. You'll walk into it with humility, and people will wonder how you healed so gracefully. And you'll smile because you'll know it wasn't you, it was God all along. Now, beloved, breathe. Take that breath, that deep one. You don't need to brace for the next betrayal anymore. You're stepping into safety now, emotional, spiritual, and even physical safety. God is moving people out of your path who once had access, but wrong motives. He's replacing manipulation with clarity, confusion with peace, heaviness with divine lightness. And even more, He's sending people who will honor you properly. Family is not always blood, and heaven is bringing soul, family into your life. People who will love you for real. No hidden agenda. No secret competition. Just genuine God-sent love that feels like home. You deserve that. You've waited for it. And it's almost here. But first, release the pain. Let go of the weight they put on your shoulders. You weren't meant to carry it. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your soul deserves freedom. Let heaven do the correcting. Let God do the revealing. You just rest. You just heal. You just stay open for what's coming next, because what's ahead will make the pain worth surviving. I promise you that. And I'm not just an idea, I'm your assigned guardian angel. I've watched over you since your first breath. I've stood near you when others left. I've whispered peace when the chaos was loud. And I've fought battles over your life that you never even knew existed. I know your story, and I'm here to tell you it's not over. This is the middle, the messy, tear-filled, misunderstood middle. But the ending? Oh, it's holy. It's full of divine reversal. It's covered in restoration. And it carries a joy that will feel almost unbelievable. You'll wake up one day and say, how did this all turn around? And heaven will whisper back, because you never stopped walking, even with broken feet. You kept your heart soft, even when you wanted to shut it down. You kept your faith flickering even when it felt dim. You stayed, and that's why you're going to be rewarded. So rest in this truth. You are not forgotten. You are not crazy. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too late, too soft, too sensitive, too trusting. You are exactly who you are supposed to be, and that's why the betrayal hurt. But that's also why the blessing will be breathtaking. The blessing that is coming will feel like morning after a long, endless night, like sunlight after years of spiritual winter. It will be quiet, gentle, and full of peace. It won't come through shouting or chaos. It will come like a whisper from God that says, now it's your time. No one will be able to take it from you. No one will be able to lie about you again and be believed. Heaven is placing divine protection over your name, your path, and your future. You are stepping into a divine covering that not even jealousy can penetrate. Yes, even the jealous ones will see it. They'll see that their betrayal did not stop your blessing. They'll see that their gossip did not cancel your grace. They'll see that while they were busy plotting, heaven was busy preparing. And you, beloved, were always the one heaven was protecting. Even in your confusion, there were angels surrounding you. When you didn't feel worthy, we were still fighting for your worth. You are not invisible. You are not too far gone. You are not the sum of what they said or did to you. You are beloved. You are sacred. And you are rising, slowly, beautifully, divinely. The tears you've cried have not been wasted. They've watered the seeds of a new life. One that is rooted in truth, rooted in heaven, and no longer rooted in what hurt you. A divine harvest is coming. Yes, a harvest of peace, of purpose, of people who love you with no agenda. God is replacing your pain with promise, replacing your sorrow with stability, replacing betrayal with blessing. Let your soul rest in that. This moment right here is not an accident. You didn't just happen to stumble on this message. This was heaven's way of reaching you because your heart needed a reminder that you are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. Prepared for something greater than what was lost. Prepared for rooms where your gifts will be celebrated, not stolen. Prepared for conversations where your presence will be honored, not diminished. Prepared for a chapter of joy that doesn't require suffering first. Yes, you're stepping into joy. Not just glimpses of it, but a sustained, soul-deep joy that doesn't leave when circumstances shift. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will love again, without fear. Because you are being healed, not just emotionally, but spiritually. You are being restored to who you really are, not who pain shaped you to be. God is returning you to yourself, the self before the betrayal, before the lies, before you had to become smaller just to keep the peace. You don't have to shrink anymore. You don't have to dim your light for people who never appreciated it. You are allowed to shine. In fact, heaven is asking you to. Shine anyway. Shine even though they tried to shame you. Shine even though they tried to silence you. Shine because that light isn't yours. It was placed inside you by God. And no betrayal can extinguish what was divinely placed. I want you to hear me, and I want your soul to absorb this like a gentle wave of grace. You are safe now. You are seen now. You are covered now. No more defending yourself. No more replaying the conversations or overthinking the decisions. You did the best you could with the love you had. That's more than enough. Let the shame go now. Let the guilt release now. You are not meant to carry what wasn't yours to begin with. You are light. You are love. You are chosen. Heaven is backing you. Angels are surrounding you. And God Himself is writing the next part of your story. And oh, it is good. So good. So peaceful. So purposeful. This isn't just the ending of betrayal, it's the beginning of becoming. Becoming who you were always meant to be. Whole. Worthy. restored, and fully alive. Now listen, beloved, because this is your promise from heaven. In the next few days, there will be a moment, a divine confirmation, a conversation, a text, a sign. You will know it when it comes. It will feel like truth gently touching your spirit. It will affirm everything you've just heard. That sign is not random. It is your reassurance from heaven that this message is real and that your breakthrough is already unfolding. Watch for it. Trust it. And when it comes, whisper back to heaven, I receive it. Because you will. You will receive everything that was meant for you. Nothing stolen will remain gone. Nothing broken will remain shattered. Nothing betrayed will remain cursed. God is blessing the exact place where you were bruised. This is what divine reversal looks like. He's restoring what you didn't even ask for. He's healing what you forgot was hurting. And he's preparing you for a life that fits the purity of your heart. No more begging. No more crying over closed doors. You are walking into a new realm, a new life, a new peace. And I'll be with you. Every step, every breath, every tear, until it becomes laughter again. You're not alone. Not for one more second. You are divinely loved. And no family betrayal, no human failure, no past pain can stop the God who is fighting for you. So rest now. Breathe now. And when you're ready, step into what's next, because heaven just opened the door. And this time, no one can shut it. With wings wrapped around you, I am your guardian angel. I see you. I love you. I've never left. And I never will. Amen. It is done. Even after this message ends, I will still be here. You may not hear me with your ears, but your spirit will feel me. I do not leave when the message is done. I stay when the pain comes again at night. I stay when the silence of the world feels unbearable. I stay even when you doubt if you're worthy of being watched over. And I stay because your soul carries a weight heaven honors. Yes, it's true. Even though they made you feel disposable, God sees you as irreplaceable. You were not too weak to break. You were strong enough to survive. You were not abandoned. You were protected in a way that was hard to recognize at first. You asked why it happened, why they, of all people, betrayed you. And here is the holy answer. Because God is creating a new legacy through you. You had to see what darkness looked like up close, so that you could carry light for generations to come. Your pain didn't end with you, but your healing will begin with you. You are a line breaker, a pattern shifter, a cycle cutter. You are not the wound, you are the medicine. That is why the betrayal came against you so harshly. The enemy wanted to silence the one chosen to carry truth. But you were never created to be quiet. You were created to shine. And shine you will. There's something else I want to whisper to you now. You made it through the worst part already. You stood up after being emotionally knocked down again and again. You kept loving, even when your heart was shattered. You kept showing up, even when no one said thank you. You kept believing, even when your faith was just a flicker. Do you know how rare that is? Do you know how deeply heaven honors a heart like yours? You are the kind of soul heaven protects fiercely. The kind of spirit the world tries to dim, but never can. Because what's inside you, it's not ordinary. It's sacred. It's holy. It's resilient. And no betrayal can undo what God already ordained. Not even betrayal from those who knew your heart best and still chose to hurt it. Yes, your guardian angel saw it all. The lies, the manipulation, the games they played with your trust. But I also saw how you stayed kind. How you didn't let their darkness turn your light off. You wanted to scream. You wanted to disappear. But instead, you kept rising. And beloved, that rising did not go unnoticed. God is responding. He is moving. He is unfolding every detail they thought was hidden. What was spoken about you in secret will be revealed in the open. not to shame them, but to set you free, to clear your name, to bring clarity where there was once confusion, and restoration where there was once wreckage. This is your divine repayment, not just with words, but with wonders. You're going to look around and see evidence of heaven's justice. It will appear in conversations you weren't invited to but were being defended in. It will show up in doors that suddenly open. It will show up in favor you didn't ask for, but God insisted on giving you. It will even show up in your sleep, in dreams that confirm what your soul has always known, that you are chosen, that you are loved, that you are protected, that you are not alone. Now hear me again, softly, lovingly, like a lullaby to your heart. You will not be betrayed again in the same way, because you're no longer the same person. You're wiser now. You're guarded by heaven now. And you're being surrounded with people who don't come to take but to give, to love, to honor, to pour into you the way you once poured into the wrong ones. This is the divine exchange, the pain for the promise, the grief for the grace, the betrayal for the blessing. And it's happening now. Let the past fall like ashes, beloved. Let it drift away on the winds of healing. You don't need to carry it anymore. You don't need to rehearse their words in your mind anymore. You don't need to wonder what you did wrong, because you didn't. You gave love, and they mishandled it. That's on them, not on you. The real you is emerging. The whole you. The radiant, spiritually alive, deeply aware, no longer apologizing you. And oh, what beauty is in that becoming. You will begin to laugh again, not cautiously, but fully. You will begin to dance again, not for performance, but from joy. You will walk into rooms and no longer shrink. You will sit at tables and feel worthy of being there. You will speak without trembling. You will breathe without pain. You will live without fear. And I'll still be here. When you celebrate, I'll be the wind brushing your cheek. When you rest, I'll be the warmth around your shoulders. When you step into new places, I'll be the quiet presence clearing your path. When you forget how powerful you are, I'll remind you. Again and again. Your voice will return stronger. Your trust will be rebuilt, not by them, but by those who are truly sent. Your peace will no longer be rented. It will be owned fully, deeply, eternally. And I promise you this, there is a moment coming where everything will make sense. You'll sit in the warmth of your new life, and you'll remember the cold of this season. But it will no longer hurt. It will simply testify. You will look back and whisper, I survived what tried to break me. And heaven will respond, you did more than survive. You transformed. You are being crowned in the Spirit even while others try to label you with old names. But God has given you a new name, beloved, protected, anointed. Rest in that. Even now, heaven is preparing a table for you, a divine table, not of revenge, but of honor. They will see it, but more importantly, you will feel it. The presence of peace around you, the comfort of heaven within you, the glow that can only come after walking through fire and coming out golden. You are not who you used to be. You are deeper, wiser, softer, not weaker, but gentler in strength. You no longer have to explain your scars. They are holy. They are proof that even in the battle, heaven never left your side. You are rising now, not with bitterness, but with quiet power. Not with rage, but with radiant clarity. You will no longer question your intuition. You will no longer give endless chances to those who mishandled your love. You will no longer seek validation from those who refuse to see your worth. Because now, you know who you are, and you know whose you are. You belong to something sacred. You are surrounded by something divine. And your future is not built on betrayal. It's built on the blessing that followed it. You will rise, and it will be gentle. You will glow, and it will be noticed. But not to show off. To show proof that God heals what humans harm. Now close your eyes, just for a moment. Can you feel it? That stillness? That whisper? That warmth you feel surrounding your chest? That's me, your guardian angel. Wrapping my wings around you, holding the pain so you can finally rest. You've carried too much. Now it's heaven's turn to carry you. You don't have to hold it anymore. Not the anger, not the fear, not the disappointment. It's being lifted now, yes, right now. The unseen weight is coming off your shoulders. The invisible chains are falling away. Even if you don't feel it all yet, trust that it's happening. Because healing often begins before the pain is gone. Let that healing in. Let heaven hold you. Let the past fall away like leaves in autumn, because something new is blossoming beneath the soil of your soul. Even in your silence, God has been moving. Even when no one knew what you were battling, your name was on angelic lips in prayer. And now, the shift begins. The chapter turns. The blessing breaks through. This is not where your story ends. This is where it begins again, but this time in truth, and in peace, and in strength. So now, my beloved, I will leave this final message with you, but never leave your side. You are not what they did to you. You are what God is doing in you. And what God is doing next is going to leave even you speechless. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep listening to your spirit. And when you forget how loved you are, return to these words. I will be here, whispering, watching, loving, protecting, until your heart feels whole again. And I promise you, it will. There is something else you need to know now. It may be quiet around you, but spiritually, the heavens are roaring in movement for your sake. What looks like nothing changing is actually everything shifting. The silence is not stillness. It is sacred rearrangement. You've been walking through a battlefield, but on the other side, a garden is waiting, and I can already smell the fragrance of your next season. Peace that won't leave. People that won't lie. Provision that doesn't run dry. That is what you're walking toward. You've already walked through enough storms. Now it's time for still waters. This isn't just talk. This isn't false hope. This is what is written in heaven's plan for you. You've passed through fire, and now God is giving you gold. Not just in things, but in your soul, in your smile, in your sleep, in your silence. You will feel safe again and not just pretend to be. Your body will begin to exhale. Your heart will begin to trust. Your spirit will begin to fly again, like it used to before the betrayal clipped your wings. I'm holding those wings in my hands right now, and I am helping you rise. Even when you don't feel strong, I am lifting you. Even when you don't know where to go next, I am guiding your feet gently to holy ground. Every step forward is protected. Every door meant for you is guarded until you arrive. And every hand that once hurt you will never again hold the power to delay you. You are moving forward now, but this time with grace instead of grief. No more weeping in secret over people who knew better. No more hoping someone will finally say, I'm sorry. Some apologies will never come, but healing will. God is not waiting for them to admit what they did. He's already made his judgment, and it is in your favor. The betrayal broke something open, but not your worth, your calling. Now nothing will stop what's blooming. You are going to feel love again, and this time it will be real. You are going to experience friendship again, and this time it will be mutual. You are going to create, to build, to speak, to dream, without fear of sabotage. Heaven is clearing the path. Your destiny is being protected like a sacred flame. The people who tried to blow it out have only made it burn brighter, because you were born to light up dark places, and no betrayal will ever change that. So here's what you do now. Rest. Let your body rest. You've been carrying too much tension. Let your heart rest. You've been loving through wounds. Let your soul rest, because your angel is standing watch. You don't have to do it all anymore. You don't have to be the strong one, the quiet one, the fixer, the forgiver, not all at once. You get to just be. Be human. Be divine. Be loved. Because you are. Even in the moments where you feel nothing, you are still everything to God. And that will never change. Your name is written in light. Your story is held in grace. And your ending will be far more beautiful than the middle ever suggested. So don't give up now. Don't close your heart now. Don't go numb. Come back to life. You are safe here. You are seen here. You are free here. And here, in this sacred moment, let me remind you again of the truth. You were betrayed, yes, but now you are being restored. You were abandoned, yes, but now you are being surrounded. You were broken, yes, but now you are being built into something no one can tear down again. Your walls will be made of peace. Your roof will be made of grace. Your floor will be strong with wisdom, and love will live inside every room of your soul. You will not walk on eggshells anymore. You will walk on holy ground. And those who enter your life from now on will be chosen by heaven to honor you. Can I tell you something? If you could see yourself the way I see you, you would weep with awe. You are stunning in spirit. You are radiant with resilience. You are extraordinary in ways even you haven't discovered yet. And everything the enemy tried to dim, he failed, because you are still glowing. Dimmed for a season, but never destroyed. Set aside for healing, but never set aside by heaven. You are rising, beloved, not with noise, but with light, not with rage, but with joy, not with vengeance, but with the quiet confidence of someone fully loved by God. And I, your angel, will stay right here with you as you rise. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You only need to receive. Receive what is already yours. Peace, healing, favor, justice, love, light, grace, freedom. These are your inheritance, and no betrayal can steal them. Now, take a breath. A real one. Feel it fill your chest. That's the breath of someone who made it to the other side. That's the breath of someone heaven refused to let go of. That's the breath of someone whose next chapter begins now. I will remain with you always. When you forget, I will remind you. When you cry, I will hold you. When you rejoice, I will celebrate with you. And when you walk into the new, I'll walk beside you. No more pain in silence. No more suffering in shame. You are whole again, and you are loved. Oh, how you are loved. Amen. It is done. With all the love of heaven, I remain your guardian angel.